What's up, everybody? We got two new short sketch makers. We're going to interview them. We're going to, watch some of their clips. Very excited to see how this is going to go. We got two really great creative minds, and one's a mind, one's a group. But we're excited to, watch some of their sketches and then, talk to them, learn more about their processes.
I think the group still has minds. I hope
group think.
I hope they're good. I hope what we watch is good.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I wonder would suck if they were bad.
What if they suck?
How good they'll be.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you're a big fan of the Boiz podcast, and you'll definitely recognize this guy because he's been on there before. Keanu Sousa Mendes, what's up, dude?
Buongiorno. How you guys doing?
We got 3 of your video projects that we're gonna watch, and then you're gonna talk about them. Do you like the sound of that?
Yeah. You wanted to know a little about me.
Sure, yeah.
I'm a filmmaker. I enjoy filmmaking. I ventured into independent filmmaking because I didn't want to make any money as an adult. That was sort of the mission. And so far, I've been very successful at that. So I think today we're going to check out 3 of my projects. One is a micro short film I shot last year with some friends. The second project we'll check out is a music video that I directed for a band. And then lastly, we'll check out a short film that I made when I was in high school in South Africa.
I think that sold it. I think people are going to watch it now.
I'm excited.
Only pack the essentials. $700 in cash, some change, passport, picture of your favorite parent, some underwear, some socks, toothbrush, pads, bus pass, smokes, a lighter, and a revolver, of course. You could be gone in an hour. Change your name. Become someone new. Who would even miss you?
Wow.
I love it. Keanu, tell us about this Run Now Run.
I just was enamored by the idea of a micro short film. Man, I just want to make something that has, potential for good quality, but is really economic with its story. It's something very, very short that I can do in a short amount of time and control as much of the output as possible. Created this idea of writing a short film that is mostly all narration because I knew that I was going to have no opportunity to record good sound. We shot in a 24-hour diner. The customers you see in the background, those are real customers. Yeah, they were just acting like...
Did they know what was going on?
Well, there's a giant camera, moving around.
It wasn't invisible? You didn't have an invisible camera?
No, I was super, I had a giant tripod out. It was all very obvious we were shooting a movie. That guy who sits behind her, it's the coolest, just some random strange dude walked in, sat down, coolest dude ever.
Do you go to management or the owner and say I want to shoot in this Coney Island? What do we got to do?
There was a lot of drama around that. Yeah, I go to that Coney Island quite a lot. It's called Zorbas in Riverview. It's a 24-hour one. And I do this thing with my filmography where I try to incorporate locations that mean something to me. Because if I revisit that film, even if that place doesn't exist anymore, that location will forever be immortalized in the project. I went to the guy, I spoke to the manager. He was cool, and I guess he just didn't communicate with the employees. And so when I arrived on the day, the head waitress was not interested in having us in. And it became this whole broken telephone, trying to call the manager. He won't answer me, he'll only answer her. She's telling him weird stuff. And then eventually it just delayed us 2 hours.
I love the edit. I love the showing all the list of the items, it was really cool. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but I thought that was awesome. I was really excited watching that. I was kind of glued to the thing. I wasn't talking much. I was just what the fuck is happening here,
I'm flattered. Yeah, shout out to Larissa Hanna if she sees this. Larissa Hanna, she did the coloring. She's a professional colorist here in Detroit. Everyone who worked on this was local, so that's cool. I guess maybe excluding myself. But that was really fun to have her. The bus that you see coming in, we shot that first, and we shot that at sunset, which I thought would, at least in my opinion, it looks like it works as sunrise. So we shot that first. That was pretty interesting.
At the end of it, she's covered in blood, her clothes and her shoes are covered in blood. Was that her clothes that you put red paint on, or did you buy that specifically for the shoot?
As for the clothes, me and her, the actress, we went to a Value World or a Salvation Army, and we picked up some items Like all the underwear you see in that one shot where it says underwear in the montage.
Yeah.
We bought that like secondhand at Salvation
That's
Army.
awesome.
You know, because I was like, I don't feel comfortable telling this actress to like give me some of her underwear.
Sure. Would they smell? Did you guys smell them?
No.
Okay.
When it comes to underwear, you got to give it a smell test before you buy it.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to return it afterwards. They were not interested.
Oh yeah, no.
So they had to get them there
You
in the
just
first
redonate
place.
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I mean, I guess you're not getting your money back, but you can redonate it. Take them to Goodwill.
Let's watch this music video.
Yeah. Speaking of sound. Yeah, he didn't let us
Lemon
finish
enjoyed
it.
the song.
He didn't let us finish it, but I liked it.
Well, Trinity, I
like, it
don't
looked cool,
want to
too.
like spend the whole time like with him. We only have a limited time on Zoom. We don't want to spend the whole time
alright.
watching the thing. We watch the thing and then we get to talk to him about it. He can tell us more.
I'll take it as a compliment.
People can go and watch it. That's the whole point of this. Guys, go watch the full music video.
By the band Black Cock,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So how did you get connected with this band?
Black Cock.
It's weird. Dude. I was helping out the Motion Picture Institute in Troy. That's the school that I went to. I was helping them with their Comic Con booth, because they have like a stall at Comic Con. And I was just, hanging out. I had my Arctic Monkey beanie on and my Arctic Monkey shirt because I love the band. And this guy walked up to me and he was like, "Oh, Arctic Monkey's rad." And then we kind of just started a conversation. And before I knew it, he was sitting in the booth with me. We were talking music, talking movies. His name's Jackson Keenan. And he's like, "I'm a bassist in a band and we're trying to like get a music video going." And I was like, "Dude, yeah, I'd love to try something like that." So I got to meet the band. They recorded the song a couple months later. I heard it and I've loved zombies like my entire life. And I said, "This is a corpse is talking," like the title alone. I'm like, "Guys, we have a great opportunity for us to do something really fun and very creative." And I wanted to bring in a makeup artist to do the SFX stuff. And I, reached out to a friend. Her name's Madison Werner. And she was incredibly talented. And you see it there, like everything's on the screen. That's all done by someone's handwork. The heart that you'll see towards the end, she made it herself.
Well, did they say like this is the story we want to tell with the music video, or did you just like come up with all of that?
No, everything you see in the video is my idea. I pretty much conceptualized that entire story because they based it off anime. A corpse is talking is a line of dialogue from Chainsaw Man, from what I understand. Now, I don't watch anime. I'm not big into anime. I can appreciate it, but I'm not familiar with Chainsaw Man or whatever that was. And so I asked them, you have the conversation, like, is this important that we stick to the material that inspired it? And no, they said it was just more so the vibe or the idea. It wasn't the actual anime itself.
Came out. It turned out very good.
Yeah, shout out to Jared Stevens, who was the cinematographer, another filmmaker that I have the pleasure of working with. He did the visuals, he did the lighting. And those shots, they're like so graphic. I didn't think they would be that graphic because I storyboard everything. You can see all my storyboards on my social medias. I had no idea it was going to look that intense. It was brutal, dude.
Bro, wake the fuck up. Can't you hear me calling you?
Oh, I'm so sorry, D. Just the music gets a hold of me and I get lost and...
Bro, I don't give a fuck. You gotta work. Let's fucking get this shit done.
So we only watched the first few seconds of it. It was very engaging. I was excited to see where it goes. That's not just a sale for the audience to go watch the whole thing.
That guy, music producer? Well, who was that guy?
The idea simply is he's working the graveyard shift at a DVD rental store. And
Nice.
so he's just listening to music, not really paying attention. And that's why when that big guy with the beard, whose name is Damien, in the film is just called D, who was my actual manager in the store, who played himself. When he snaps the guy out of it, he's like, "Hey, I need you to pay attention. You're being paid. You can't just be on your phone listening to Jews."
Dude, we gotta wrap up here. But do you have any final messages or calls to action?
If anyone's interested in my work, if you're interested in seeking it out, you can find it on YouTube. It's pretty accessible. As for what I'm doing next, I have completed a feature script. I'm going to be moving into hopefully producing that into my first feature debut, which I'm really excited about. And if anyone wants advice or wants to know how to get started, the honest, stark truth is you don't need anyone else's permission but yourself. So have an idea, love the idea, and then practice. Actually put time into the craft, study it, come up with ideas, things that you think are interesting. As an artist, you have to know what brushes you're using, what pencils, what canvas. It adds to the art. It doesn't subtract. Just don't get too lost in details. But yeah, I hope that gives anyone the push they need. Have an idea, love the idea, and then try create the idea. And then you just kind of have to improvise from there.
Hey.
So I'm Caroline Sheridan. I'm Michael DeMar. And we've been doing sketches and short films together, I think, for like 5 years. We have like a little bit of a production label called Sharpened Wits. We put out weekly sketches on Wednesdays, as well as, short films and sometimes some vertical content too.
We got 2 sketches pulled up. People watching. DJ, do you want to tell us something before getting into these?
I think you should set up maybe DJing. You want to set up DJing?
Setting out there.
Yeah, sure.
I could just throw it on too.
Oh yeah, we could throw it on too. I mean, I don't know if you want us to do it.
Yeah.
I hate. Look at that guy. Look at this guy. He's gonna read a book or something.
Yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah, but like radio at the park. I mean, what is this guy, a nerd? Like, what's next? He's gonna do a Rubik's Cube or it's
Looks like it.
Yeah. What does this guy think? He's some kind of evil scientist or something? Like.
All right, that was very silly. That was very funny.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
That was so good.
It was like creative jokes.
So are those comedians you're working with, or are those actors?
It's really just our friends.
Oh, they're nobody then.
In all of our work, we've really just it's always been like working with non-actors, including our short films. I've been acting, like I acted through high school. So typically I'll like have a main role in our stuff.
Yeah.
And that's whoever else we can get.
They're down to help out and bring as much as they can to the table.
And you don't gotta pay them.
You don't gotta pay them. Yeah.
Pay your buddies.
What was just said? I'm sorry.
Oh, he said you don't have to pay them either.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
They're working for free.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I've never paid these guys before.
I'm
here to deliver the game.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, and if they agree to do one, then we have them on the road forever now.
Exactly.
They're just gonna keep coming back. Yeah.
So I'm curious about your guys' writing process a little bit. With that one we just watched, the Vampire Runner thing. Was that something one of y'all came up with and kind of pitched it, or are you guys like a Lennon McCartney situation where you're both, shooting ideas off at each other and coming up with stuff?
More like that.
It's definitely more like that.
Okay.
I think everything we make has a different start and end. But like for this one specifically, Caroline came to me and was like, I have this idea for a sketch about people watching. And that was it. That was just the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very open-ended. And then we start bouncing ideas off each other. And we're like, okay, well, what can we do? And even like just with our limited resources, we're like, okay, well, we have a vampire costume. Like we can
use the vampire costume we already have.
Just like trying to make use of what we have already.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But it's definitely more like bounce all the ideas off each other, and then Caroline usually writes a script.
Okay.
If there is a set in stone script, Caroline's writing it.
You guys do improving when shooting, or mostly just stick to the script?
No, we do a
lot of improv.
Yeah.
I think this one probably had a lot less improv than usual, just because I think it was a lot less dialogue based.
Yeah.
Where some of them, including like DJ, it's really just based off of how they talk to each other.
Yeah.
The story was like dialogue based, so it made sense that there wouldn't be a lot of riffing.
Yeah.
When the punchline is like a costume or an action,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you storyboarding this stuff, or how much of a priority is that for you guys? The actual like look of it, framing, and all that.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I think I mentioned this earlier, but we started out making short films. We still do, but like that's where we started. So I think a lot of that like kind of cinematic filmmaking approach still is there when we make our comedy sketches. and we still want to make sure like at the heart of it there's storytelling through a visual medium, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then comedy is proposed through that above all else. So we definitely make it a point that these things are shot in a way that's appealing, pushing the jokes and the narrative, like and it's been fun with the sketches to kind of mix it up. So like, you know, like a lot of zooms and push-ins, which we wouldn't really do in a short film because that just doesn't feel like, you know, that cinematic landscape as much.
We definitely, it's kind of like manufactured, like a more amateur look that we
intentionally so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like we're actively shaking the camera more
Right.
than necessary.
Yeah.
So we want it to look like we just
comfortable.
Like,
Yeah.
Not like
lighthearted. Yeah.
You know, not like we're film students who are gonna make like a indie hit.
And then as for like storyboarding, we don't do that very often, but sometimes if we have a particular shot or like joke that needs to hit, we'll like sketch it out or we'll like just describe it. Like it has to be, you know, like a straight on wide shot, stuff like that. So
Okay. Okay, we're gonna throw on DJ now.
Oh my god, that really gets better every time I listen to it.
Bad.
Badass, right? That's like it's bad.
Bad.
No, I hear
Bad.
you. I hear you. Like it's bad. Like,
Bad. It's bad. It is really bad.
Jeez,
It's bad.
That was amazing. I love that.
That was a very good
Yeah, that was
one,
very
too.
funny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was that one more scripted or improv? I'm gonna guess improv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than the other one.
That was awesome.
Have like a
We didn't have a written
great
script. We had
dialogue.
bullet points. For the
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved all the callbacks. I thought like it was a very good like callback sketch.
Who made this song? Because that is really good.
We found that online. I heard that so long ago, like as like a shitpost somewhere, and I've referenced it so many times to people, and no one ever knows what I'm talking about. And then every time I play it, I like laugh so hard I cry. And then I was like, we have to do something.
that was the start of this one. How do we use this?
We use this.
You guys, I'm noticing a theme with the quick cut to a costume change with you guys, and it's right up my alley. It's very fucking funny.
Is that inspired by cartoons?
Probably. I mean, I got my start in animation, so
Oh, great.
I still have a lot of those tropes.
Yeah, there is like kind of like a cartoony like pacing to things, which I really like.
Like a live action cartoon.
Yeah.
Or stuff that's a
Bigger
vibe
than
like
life
that
shit.
usually.
Yeah. Just so nothing happens.
Nothing's grounded.
Yeah, it's kind of the same in our short film stuff too.
Those were both phenomenal. I assume it's probably pretty difficult to keep up with, like, trying to elevate yourself and keep yourself like interested in like making good content, and you're doing all this shit. Like, does it come off as like difficult for you guys to do that?
The schedule is definitely difficult. Like it'll be Tuesday, and we'll be like, "Oh shit, we should be
posting
tomorrow. We have to post tomorrow."
Yeah.
When we're making them, though, I feel like we're kind of in like a flow state, having fun. Like it's never that stressful making them.
Yeah.
But keeping up on having content is definitely stressful.
They don't feel forced or anything, or like you're like rushed to get it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're very high quality, and on top of that, being as often as they are, it's like very. I'm impressed. It's very talented of you guys.
We definitely have some sketches that were like, what's the dumbest thing that we can put out tomorrow? We got some really low quality sketches because we forgot to like make a good one.
On top of the sketches, so it was like longer form, like genre drama stuff.
We definitely. I'd say it's like half and half right now, like our pursuit of comedy and our pursuit of short film and stuff like that. So we started with comedy filmmaking, and now we're starting to kind of dive more into action, horror, like different genres, but still having a comedic foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that safety net.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
think the difference is once we commit to like a longer short film, like 30-minute or something. It's usually comedy just because that's like our main thing, but there'll be more depth, so like more of a dramedy situation. But
Well, I'm impressed. I don't know what to say. I thought those were both very funny. I'm definitely looking forward to looking at some more of those. And if you guys are ever in Detroit, we'll come do sketches with you. If you're trying to branch out, get over here.
Yeah, just come on the podcast.
I know where we're going.
Yeah, Detroit.
The city that never sleeps, baby. The Dirty D.
This is where people come to make sketches. Detroit, Michigan.
we are at Sharpened Wits Wits on pretty much every social media platform, and our website, sharpenedwitsstduios.com.
Whoa, I loved all of those videos and sketches.
My goodness.
That was incredible.
Do you remember the thing we saw?
I loved watching that.
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
I really liked the part that I was talking about.
I remember that part.
That was so good.
Wow.
And I hope you guys enjoyed that, and go check out their shit. Everything's linked below. Thanks for watching this. We'll see you next time. Big peace.
Bye.